Hey Christ Community Church, this is Matt out here in Maui. I got your guys' email today with a couple questions, so I was just filming this video to reply. Anyway, I wanted to just show you guys a volcano in the background, and then I think we're going to head inside because it's a little bit windy out here. But yeah, I got a couple questions, and the first thing that I wanted to just talk about was a little bit of my story and why I want to be a youth pastor. And I guess I'll start off by saying that you know, when I was growing up, I had just a lot of things going on. I grew up in a broken home. I dealt with a lot of feelings of just unworthiness and rejection. And it was really through my relationship with God that I first felt to feel love for the first time in my life. And I was given a purpose, and I was given this calling, which was amazing. And it was that calling. I remember specifically, it was when I was a freshman in high school. I was on a retreat, and I felt this overwhelming joy from God. I just felt His love and His presence, and this feeling that just overwhelmed me. And I remember thinking, it's like, man, I hope that I can help people feel this much love from God. I hope that I can help people feel this much joy, help them experience this closeness with God that I got to experience. And then over my time, over my relationship, my walk with God, it's like my love for the church, my love for people, my love for God has just grown and grown and grown. And there's so much that can be said, but I don't have that much time, so I can't really go into it all. But my relationship with God has just led me to wonderful places, and He has helped me understand the world and helped me understand myself and just blessed me with really good things. So that's kind of amazing. And then I looked over some of the other questions. One of the questions is, how would I explain the gospel to someone? And it's funny because it's like I've been out here doing some ministry in Hawaii, and for a while I ran a young adult ministry out here. And I've never thought I would sit down with so many people that I've asked the question, has anybody ever shared the gospel with you? And heard so many people just say, no one has ever shared that with me. I had the pleasure of doing that with a lot of people in this last year. And typically I lead it off with something that we've probably all heard, that, well, Jesus is the Son of God, and He came to earth because He loves you, and He died in your place. He took your punishment on Himself so that you can have the reward of heaven, and that's a free gift to you. It's something that you don't deserve, but if you believe in Him, that you can be saved, that you can be redeemed, and that you can go to heaven. But I think there's so much more to the gospel than that. One of the amazing things about the gospel is that we're adopted into God's family, and that isn't just a transaction. The Holy Spirit comes into us. We have Christ living in us. We have the Holy Spirit in us, and we get this great relationship with God where we can call Him a Father, we're His Son, and we have this amazing grace that is given towards us, and it's such a privilege to be a part of. And it really is that part where it's like it overcomes you. It takes over your whole life, your whole being, and you're part of this amazing thing. That's what I think the gospel really is, and it's truly amazing. And it's like, yes, we do get to go to heaven, but more amazingly, we get to have this relationship with God. We get to have this relationship with Christ that is just so great. And then that last kind of question I've been thinking about too. The question was, what do you think is really important to youth ministry? And what I can say was important to me when I was a youth, and I've kind of focused my ministry around these things, is number one, significant relationships. The people that I had in my life, the friends that I made in youth group, the mentors that I had, the pastors that I had, all made huge differences. And one thing when I think about planning a ministry and setting up and thinking, how can I facilitate things in ministry? It's how can I make these people connect with one another? How can I make this youth group a place where people feel like it's their primary group, where they come and they are loved for who they are, and they have really, really, really significant relationships. The other thing I would think about is an authenticity when it comes to speaking, when it comes to preaching, when it comes to teaching. Am I teaching things that are useful? Am I teaching things that are true? Am I teaching things that just, are the truth, are biblically sound? And how can I do that in a way that engages with people and is life-changing? And then the last thing that I really think about when I think about what is a really effective, really great ministry is, does it have an outreach element? Is there a part that is evangelistic? Is there a part that is appealing to people to come and give this a shot, to listen to the gospel, to get connected, and be inclusive and draw people in? And those are the 3 values I had. I know I put it on my website, and I think it's 100% true. It's correct thinking and good preaching is my first value. Fellowship, I think, is listed in there, and then evangelism. And I think if I have a vision for a youth group that is centered around those ideas, and I plan things that are conducive to those things happening, then hopefully I get to be part of this magnificent, spectacular thing of a youth group that really thrives, and you just see life and you see people coming together, and it's just something that is truly amazing. So I guess that's my video. A couple of simple things, but God has done so many things in my life. And yeah, I just want to focus on that. I really want people to feel loved, for people to feel joy, and then to do some wonderful things in students' lives, like God did wonderful things in my life when I was a student. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope I get to speak to you guys a little bit more. All right, have a good day. Bye.